What are we covering, Raw? I fell in the first image. I'm looking at a clip from a Steven Seagal movie where he just goes, "Whoa!" Kick somebody.
But I think this is the when Rhea Ripley got her ass handed to her twice in 48 hours. This is when Buddy was like, "The timing is now. I need to propose."
Hello, point. I gotta beat it before we end up on Dark Side of the Ring, and she ends up with Dominic Mysterio. Where the gimmick becomes real. Or Priest steps in. I can see Priest actually ruining the relationship more than Dominic. Going like, Damian!
I mean, it is dangerous. It is very much dangerous, men and women being best friends, which is what these two clearly are.
Yeah.
Her and Damian. But like, you know, if time gets hard with Buddy, she gets upset. Damian's gonna be there.
Yeah, Damian's right there. And he's gonna be like, "Oh, what did he do? Oh, just come over here for the night. You can stay with me." And then you can just see him as soon as that phone call in. Yes. Yes. He cashing in. He's cashing in. And man, he can't. Also, in our beginning slideshow, never flash me Von Wagner again, please. Why? Why? Why?
Why not?
Why? Never do this again. Von Wagner should never make our thumbnail.
Mine is mainly for the referee. If you just the reason why the referee.
The referee acts like a table has never been broken before in wrestling. Oh no, they broke the announce table? Oh my God!
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show, or if you're listening in Mexico, the Kings of the Ropes podcast.
Kings of the Ropes. They want to go, brother. Give us the go, the crown and the belt.
How you doing today, Marcus?
I am fantastic, and I'm just gonna put this up here. I have no idea.
You don't know what that says.
I don't know what it says. I don't know what it says, but I feel like I should add it. I added it anyway.
Short, but it could be deadly. For what you said.
And then Marcus marked himself for death. And the cancellation. It was so much stuff written in that little font. But I'm good. I'm ready to talk about the midweek war and the resurgence of NXT, Manny. They're breaking old black and gold records all of a sudden. Thanks to two people, and that's Dom.
They defeated a record that's the highest record rating since 2021.
Yeah.
Not bad, that is. Not bad. NXT have been in the ratings.
Yeah, it's been that bad. And congrats to them for doing that. But I was like, Dom and Rhea are bringing the views. It reminds me of the pandemic when Sasha and Bayley single-handedly defeated AEW. Yeah. It was just like, oh, we threw them on NXT and they got 1 million views. It was like, why? That was it. The last time I think they ever won or even came close to even trying to beat AEW. But Dom and Rhea are doing it.
100%. Let's just jump into AEW. There's no real news. I mean, Vince is getting sued by a fan again, apparently, but I didn't actually recheck the story. I didn't have time.
It's Vince. Is he getting sued or he's ripping up scripts? He calls it Thursday.
So AEW Dynamite kicks off with the JAS mandatory meeting. Long story short, everyone just quits on Chris Jericho.
I was wondering how you're gonna break this down because my idea was they walk out and we move on to the next segment.
Yeah, but the thing is, Tay spoke and I was like, nope.
Yeah, when Tay spoke, and then she only spoke for her, not Sammy.
Well, Sammy's his own man. No, Sammy's his own man. That just proved that they live in a civilized relationship.
Yeah, Sammy wore his inner circle jacket, and I thought that they were going to bring
and nobody picked that up. Nobody on commentary picked that up, made any similarities or anything.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I was still assuming the Inner Circle was going to come back. It was going to be Hill, Jericho, Hager, and maybe Ortiz and Santana were going to make their return and jump everybody else out. But I'm going to do my Tay Conti right now, Manny. Chris, I was on my way.
List. You got to talk a bigger list, and like you've never spoken English before in your life.
He's on my way to be the greatest champion of all time. I don't know. I feel like I was going full groove. Greatest champion of all time. And then I joined this to appreciate you, Chris, and you never appreciated me or shit. So I think when I have this baby, I will be champion again. As I walk out. Anna Jay says her piece.
Jericho later at the back says he's got an answer for Don Callis next week. So why the fuck did you just say it there?
Yeah, what is the point?
Like, you wasted my time. So last week they said we're gonna have a mandatory meeting next week. So you wasted my time with this opening segment. And now you're gonna waste my time again next week.
Yeah. You know, I feel like the opening segment was an intervention gone wrong, where you're supposed to try to bring the person back into the family, into the friendship, into who they were at the time. But instead, everybody just walked out to the drug addict. It was like, you're a loser. You're always going to be a loser. And then, you know, I feel like they didn't need to be just like, oh, yeah, we're done. That's it. It'd be a phone call. It could have been a text that we're all going to walk out on you. We could have had this meeting off camera. Not in the public eye. Just join them, Jericho. You don't have nothing left. You have nothing left. But I also thought, all right, so this is happening at the beginning. And then Anna Jay has her title match. If I'm Anna Jay, I'm not quitting the team until I win that title. You help me, we cheat the shit out of Sheeta, and then I quit this team.
Well, if anything, Marcus, I don't think anyone was left. If she just stayed, because they all walked out.
No, but I would have unionized. And this is me, Marcus, the writer of AEW, the show today. If I knew Sheeta and Anna Jay were going to close my show out because, you know, women's wrestling, we support it or something. If I knew that. Yeah. It felt like that. I feel like it was fake. This was fake. Like 2 weeks in a row, I feel like they were like, all right, we care, but they kind of still didn't. Yeah. So they put this at the end of the show. I would have teased Jericho if Anna Jay, if you don't help Anna Jay win the women's championship, if she does not win tonight, we will break up the Jericho Appreciation Society. And that would at least build drama to the main event that we set up in the beginning of the show, where it'd be like, oh shit. And then you can end it with the cliffhanger. Now, what are we going to do with the Jericho Appreciation Society now broken up?
Yeah, but that's not... Given what's going on AEW, that's not something that's like a cliffhanger for me to come back.
Yeah, it doesn't, but you can also add Don Callis as Takeshita at the end of the ramp. Like, I think for story purposes, it may not bring you back, Manny, but at least ends you on some type of like, shit. Or maybe have Jericho with Don Callis going like, what are you going to do now? Or something.
The taste of this terrible segment was washed away when I watched the Hardys versus the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks win with a BTE trigger in a really good opening match.
It was okay. I look at the Hardys and I just see pain and suffering.
I
got immediately look at Yoda and go, pain.
I did too, Marcus, but then I'm just trying to recover from some pain from a JS mandatory meeting, and this brought me back.
I just feel like they slowed down the Young Bucks and everything. Like, I'm used to the Young Bucks going full high octane, ready to go and everything, but it was fine. It was fine. I didn't hate it. It's just that I was just like pain and suffering, and I didn't think the placement of this, and I think Van Dam and Jungle Boy back to back was what I needed. Too many 50-year-old men wrestling or people who move like 58 men.
So they highlight the challenge put out by FTR on Collision. And then they come out again, and then Young Bucks answer their challenge by saying All In.
Yeah,
And
the
then,
Young Bucks, minimum mic as possible. And then, when they grab the mic after the Hardys match, the Young Bucks are going to talk. It's been a long time. And then they go, FTR. And then the music came on. And then they came out. I was like, oh, I guess they're done. Then they go, All In. I was like, do they have a word minimum that they have to or something? Like, why couldn't we just get a full promo? Not like it doesn't have to be dynamic. Just say, I accept your challenge. We accept your challenge at All In the largest stadium show in the history of wrestling or something, right? I would just say it and then go All In. But nah, it was just like to reduce it. How do I make this similar? All In. Oh.
We cut to a Blackpool Combat Club segment. They basically said Claudio is basically taking responsibility for Pac missing All In. And I'm like, yay! The person I don't want to see, I don't have to see in England.
Yeah, let me tell you this, Manny. Justice. And this is me being horrible. I'm going to state this. Manny, I wish we had a disclaimer. Marcus or the Sharpshooter is about to say something horrible. Disclaimer. We should have that, but this is horrible. This is for all the times you didn't show up in America Pack. That you live at home and you can't go to the biggest show of your life. You will probably be a top feature on this show, and that you decide that I have to stay at home and you have all your travel issues and all this stuff going on. The one show you can't make is the one that's in your own backyard. Justice. Revenge is the best served cold. And that's me being just completely mean. Just me being completely mean.
Then we get Jungle versus RVD.
What was Jerry Lynn? I was thinking he would have came out at least been in RVD's corner. That was my first and I went, I guess a good thing. I wanted to give it a strike, but I didn't want to see it.
Marcus, I've got a 3 strikes you're out.
Oh, for this?
No, not this. So the ref bump leads to a low blow and Jack Perry stealing the win. However, Jungle, he was taken to the limit by RVD.
Yeah, right. Well, I would say RVD performed pretty well for the limited stuff he did. Like there was that jump to the outside with the kick where I was like, I don't think he's gonna make it because Jungle Boy's leading really far out to try to land his kick, but he over cleared it because Jungle Boy was like, he ain't making that jump. Which made me laugh because I was thinking eternally, that's what Jungle Boy's thinking, like, this old man's gonna shirt this jump and kick me in the face. And then he overextended himself, but RVD cleared it with a million miles. There was a rolling thunder, there was some violence. And you know what? RVD survived the match.
Yeah. And then MJF and Adam Cole go trampolining. MJF was not happy about this, so he started to take it out on kids, which was incredible.
I want to, man, he was just living your fantasies.
Yes.
I want to say Adam Cole came off as the lamest person in the world when going to trampoline world. And I looked around and I said, what, he just wanted to go to play? He wanted to go somewhere where people are actually his height and size? I wanted to feel big, damn it. I wanted to feel big. MJF killing kids on dodgeball. The little kid flicking them off and they were like, one more. And I was like, you know.
At least show it. If you're going to show all the rest, why didn't you show the last one?
Because they killed somebody, man. I just wanted the parents to show up and be like, hey, what's going on? Then they fought their parents.
Adam Cole wants to tell MJF something. MJF thinks he wants to tell him that about a promo battle. He says Adam Cole is so skinny and ghostly pale white. If this was the 80s, Hulk Hogan would have snorted him. And I thought that was the coldest thing.
That was the coldest lie. Yeah. I immediately went,
I don't think I would have went dead. If I'm being 100% serious, I wouldn't have gone Hogan.
You go Hogan. Because that's somebody you never play. Look, you can't. Hogan is a piece of shit. It's someone that AEW said they will never do.
Did Marcus freeze or did I freeze? Or did we all freeze? Oh, Marcus is frozen. Okay. So let me just read this out until Marcus comes back. He suggests they go. He suggests that Adam Cole suggests that they go to All In. They go All In and suggest that they go after Aussie Open for the ROH World Tag Team titles. Marcus, did you freeze on the pre-show?
My Wi-Fi disconnected. I don't know what happened.
MJF is apprehensive about wrestling twice
via
in
my
one
phone.
night.
Yeah, so where are we?
One.
I don't know what I said. I had a good line. It's ruined. I don't know where I cut off.
So basically, I thought, Marcus, the line should have been Marty Jannetty, not you. Because you always go Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, but you may want to do business with Marty. And I know that sounds weird.
You never want to do business with Marty. Unless you get the finish of that story where he killed a man. When he killed a man and we never...
You get that on Dark Side of the Ring, man. Marty Jannetty that came out the day before. You get the whole story. And where Marty says it's true now, but not true. He only said it's not true so he can get the police investigators off his back. Because they said they couldn't find anything and they were really investigating missing persons. And he was like, no, it's all storyline. But then they asked him, all right, Marty, hypothetically, what happened that day? And then he goes into detail about what happened. And then they asked people he knows, was like, that story's 100% true. And so, he is not lying on there. And I was like, what?
So, he wants them to fight twice in one night at All In to face Aussie Open for the Ring of Honor World Tag Titles because he's never won them. Because Adam Cole's never won them. Out comes Roddy, who's upset that Adam Cole doesn't want to tag with him for those because he's an ROH legend. Hi. MJF says he's sick of Roddy, the simp strong, tells Roddy to go home, listen to some Taylor Swift, and shake it off, you bland bitch.
Yeah! You know, MJF was on fire.
Shake it off.
Shake it off. I don't want to get copyright strike by the Swifties out there. But very timely manner. Roddy, just hear Roddy screaming, no! Just screaming in the background. And you just going like, who the fuck is that? And then after all that, then the Kingdom comes out. And then they hug him and embrace Roddy, who is a bland bitch, and go cry and do whatever generic white guys do. And then he did all this, and then Adam Cole was like, dude, why'd you do that? He's my friend. You're my friend. And then he gonna go settle it like a boyfriend whose friend went over the line and was like, I told you not to bring up her hair.
Jimmy says, I hate to admit it, but MJF finally won me over in this segment. Just that segment!
MJF is the show. He is the whole show at this point for me on Dynamite. On Dynamite, he is the only person I can't wait to hear from and see every week. Because the Hogan line to attacking Roddy to this is only going to lead to Adam Cole turning on MJF. MJF is the face. Adam Cole has come off his lane by going to this trampoline spot. He's embraced the heel tactics. He's made fun of fat people. They went to the Chinese restaurant. I'm assuming they did dirt there. I don't remember what actually happened there. But MJF seems cool. He's going to the bar. He's hanging around women. He's talking shit about Hulk Hogan. He's calling Roddy generic white guy. He's having sympathetic stories. Adam Cole's coming off as a bitch and a liar. And I can't wait for him to turn heel at All In. And they invoked this tag match for the Ring of Honor tag team titles, which I do not acknowledge as a current title because AEW Dark's title and it's on a paywall or whatever. Since I can't pay to see it, I'm not going to acknowledge it for free. So they're going to fight for this title at the 0 hour. And I believe Adam Cole is not going to tag himself in and let MJF just get his ass whooped.
Jimmy also says, I was surprised that the crowd went with Shake It Off instead of bland bitch. That's because you don't know. People underestimate the power of Taylor Swift. She started an earthquake.
Yes, she started an earthquake, and not only did she start an earthquake, and right now she is doing her 6-night tour or whatever show in Los Angeles, my backyard at SoFi, sold out every night, and she has improved our economy by bringing $300 million to Los Angeles County, which I go, well, goddamn.
Yeah, people underestimate the power of this strong white blonde woman.
Yeah, she is a walking WrestleMania. All In may be impressive, but it ain't Taylor Swift impressive.
Yeah, 100%.
When it's one person built on this show, selling out hundreds of thousands of seats and charging $500 minimum. And that's minimum if you could have got one earlier on for a ticket. And that's for nosebleeds.
It also said the character arc made him 3-dimensional instead of just a flat character. Yeah.
And I think this is going to be one of those like story character moments where either he gets turned or he turns out of cold, where you go like, that was a full story right there. It's a complete story. And it's the only story on Dynamite worth paying attention to. Everything else I can give a damn about. The Blackpool Combat Club, the Best Friends, Luchasaurus, and the Penta on Dynamite.
We're gonna come back to that. But how dare you? So the Blackpool Combat Club took on the Lucha Bros, and this is where I gave them all 3 strikes because Penta did the lose the mask spot again.
Yep, every match.
He does that every match. All 3 strikes.
He needs a better mask. He needs a better mask. I mean, it's always taken off. Like this week, Dragon Lee or Dominic tried to take the mask off Dragon Lee. AKA Batman, AKA Rey Mysterio Jr. And he failed, and he couldn't get it all the way off because it's strapped up. It doesn't seem like the easiest mask to take off because it comes off every single time he's on TV. It's in Mexico too. In Mexico too, same thing.
Yeah, I didn't care. I didn't pay attention to the match. So, if you'd like to elaborate on what actually happened in this match,
I'll tell you what happened in this match, man. Because this match upset me in the world of Marcus like selling in the wrestling matches. Rey Fenix proceeds to get his ass whooped for about 5 to 10 minutes in this match. Building toward the hot tag. So in this time, Manny, he's taken a belt to the head, a spike pile driver, a 3D, and I think almost a doomsday device. He almost took that one. Anyway, he finally gets to his corner and tags Penta. Penta goes in for the hot tag, is in the ring for a total of 1 minute, and immediately tagged Rey Fenix.
Asshole.
Who gets tagged in, runs at John Moxley, and takes a big boot to the face and proceeds to get his ass whooped for the 3rd time in this match. And I go, wow, thanks, Penta. But then all of a sudden, he gets a second win, he kicks up, and he does kick up, super kick, and all that stuff. And he doesn't sell anything. And then we immediately just go to the finish where Penta's mask is taken off in the pinfall. I have problems with this match because they did all these powerful double team moves that I've learned were tag team finishers. The Brainbusters power driver spot, the Doomsday device, and the 3D. And he kicked out and getting hit with a belt. How do you what can kill Rey Fenix now, Manny? Who is this man? Darby Allin?
So AEW booking has decided to make me wait another week for something that they could have easily just told me. When Marvez asked Kenny what's he going to do at All In, he's going to talk about his future with JR next week. Marvez asked, well, you're not going to give me anything? No scoop? No, Marvez. No one gets any scoops here.
Manny, in full kayfabe, JR should have called Marvez like, what the hell are you doing? I really have the exclusive next week. Are you trying to ruin my next week exclusive? Fuck you, Marvez. And Manny, I have a question for you. Kenny Omega, at this moment, arriving to the arena or leaving the arena?
That looks like that was filmed 2 weeks ago.
Yes. Because I have many questions too. If he was arriving to the arena, there was 20 minutes left of the show. You were not booked. Why are you showing up now? And then 2, if you were leaving the arena, why are you leaving so early? You're an EVP. Why are you out of here? Why did you have your bags?
So, Marcus,
So many
you
questions.
said that MJF is the only story going on in AEW.
Oh, I know where you're going with this. I know I forgot.
Swerve and AR Fox and the Mogul Embassy come out. Marcus,
Yes.
AR Fox is walking around with evidence attached to his waist.
Yes. Well, Manny, if you need more evidence than a video of a man holding sharded glass to an 18-year-old white kid's neck, if you needed more evidence, yes, he's holding that evidence with him. But they are above the law, according to Prince.
Yeah, Swerve says the Mogul Embassy is above the law because in his city, they know whose house it is. Who wrote this?
I don't know. Clearly it wasn't written, Manny. And then he was like, I was like, so I should be afraid to go wherever that was. I believe it was North Carolina. Swerve should be in jail. AR Fox should be in jail. And Prince Nana, for just being with them, should be in jail for his outfit tonight.
Man's gone swimming.
Manny, he looks like he decided to cosplay as Flavor Flav. He looked like he wanted to cosplay as the weird uncle at the family reunion that you tell the kids to stay away from. Like, it was all bad. It was all bad. I didn't know when he got so fat. Like, the outfit.
What is this?
I don't know. He looked like he looked like somebody's grandmama trying to stay out the heat. Not mess with sweat on her hair. I don't understand his full outfit today. I've never seen him dressed this bad. Like, he looked like he went to Snuff Rollins' drawer and stole anything and everything he could get, and this is what he came out with.
Marcus on the top, yeah, when he's wearing that the balaclava,
yeah,
he kind of just looked, especially when you wear a white one. Immediately, I just go to Finn from Adventure Time. But right now, he just looks like a condom.
A used condom that was left in the lawn. Like it was in the plants. Like, what the fuck is going on?
And where did that jacket come from?
I don't know. And Benny, here's the biggest crime about all this. We are in the summer. And we're in the summer. That's to be the hottest outfit. He looks like he's wearing 7 layers of clothing. This shit's too hot for that. I don't care where they are in the world. It's too hot for that in America right now. God, you got your mama's bathrobe on. Maybe that's Nick Wayne's clothes.
You know, I've never seen so much crimes come from just fashion crimes right there.
Like, I mean, no matter what Seth or Becky or any of these people with the quote-unquote drip on in wrestling right now is wearing right now, this might be the most ridiculous outfit in history of wrestling.
You know what, Marcus? I second this. The whole of the Mogul Embassy is a piece of shit because they allowed him to go out there.
That's true Hillary, Manny. True Hillary. Right there, when they were like, Prince Donald was like, how do I look? And then immediately go, you look good, brother. Let's go to the ring. And they immediately lied to his face.
AR Fox calls out Darby. Darby tells AR Fox.
I believe he's talking about the rest of the Grand Wizard, not the KKK. But yes.
He lived with him and his demons. He tried to call him, but he never answered. The only person that could have helped him was himself, so he had to leave him. Then AR Fox made it to AEW by himself. And he didn't even have to put a word in. We learned that AR Fox is mad because Darby put in a word for a 16-year-old at the time, Nick Wayne.
Yeah. And Manny, let me add this to the story about Darby Allin calling AR Fox. One, I'm going to say it this way. If you call me, I probably won't answer if I don't see a name next to your number. I'm assuming Darby doesn't have it. It's an actual number next to AR Fox's name. Darby's probably of the age of I don't leave voicemails. All they could have did, this could have all been solved with a simple text where both people are understanding. I'm going to call you right now. That's what settled everything. I'm just saying.
Darby also goes on to whatever he does to him, he will always respect him for changing his life. Then Sting and Darby decide to attack the Mogul Embassy, and then Sting throws a challenge for All In.
Yeah, I'm shocked this isn't a 6-man. I thought it was going to be a 6-person tag, which I know the embassy.
We don't need the rest.
No, but
Nick Wayne's dead, Marcus. Nick Wayne is dead. He ain't making it to Wembley.
You would have had Nick Wayne. You would have had like 3 generations of age right there of 60, 30, and minor. Nick Wayne against this Swerve, Air Fox, and I'm assuming Brian Cage would be the other guy.
Marcus, if Nick Wayne makes it to London, I will never look at Pac the same again. I'm like, this guy was murdered on TV, you pussy.
Well, Nick Wayne's back next week. He's back next week. He has a match. Like he was just used as a prop in the storyline to get us where we were at.
And then we get Anna Jay versus Hikaru Shida for the AEW Women's title. I don't understand, Marcus, why Toni Storm gets a break with a bye in this tournament, and then Shida has to defend her title.
Here we go.
To get
Here
in.
we go.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, this is the $1 million question here. Oh, I have a rematch clause, so I get a bye, and I'm in the middle of the tournament. Meanwhile, the champion has to fight their way into the match at all. And I have numerous questions of why was Anna Jay the choice of person to get this call? Like, I feel like there's been other women fighting on this show, whether it's Ruby Soho, who, went to the
she's got
finals.
her own problems at the moment because she got called out and she's gone into hiding.
You have Willow Nightingale, who won the Owen Hart tournament, not even in the brackets. Who I think beat all these women. I think she beat all those women in the tournament.
No, I don't think she got a win over Britt.
Did she beat? Oh no, because Britt lost to Ruby.
Yeah, and I don't think she's got. I don't think she's pinned Tony. Even though she's got.
Yeah, but Tony got a bye. So it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, and I didn't understand why this was the main event. And then when it ended, and it was just like, okay, we got to get an attack or something at the end here. It was just like, no, Cena in victory. Women's wrestling, let's celebrate. This was phony bullshit due to the LuFisto and Britt, Ruby, and Thunder Rosa controversy, whatever's going on in their fucking locker room. This seems like it's bullshit, and it seems like that they forced this down. Like, the way to say, hey, women's wrestling matters, as Manny was keeping track with his time, I don't know if he's still doing that.
I have. I was going to save it to the end, but do you want to do it now?
No, we can wait to the end. But I'm just saying, they didn't add any extra women segments. The only other time, I guess, I don't know if he's going to count this, Tay and Anna Jay talking, but that was Jericho-centric. I don't even count that.
I did, but I only counted when those two spoke and then stopped the timer after they stopped speaking. So when Tay and Anna Jay spoke and then Anna Jay walked off, I counted that. And then I counted the promo, the promo of Shida winning the title the week before, the little VT, and then obviously the match, because those are the only 3 segments that women were actually involved in.
Yeah, doesn't count to me. It doesn't count. It was just one segment. It was one segment, and they didn't add anything. Like, give me a side story. Give me a Statlander promo on whoever she's feuding with for the TBS title, which is obviously nobody. Give me a Manny doing Nyla Rose impersonation or something. Give me anything.
That impression is spot on, and I will only do it when Nyla Rose appears on TV now.
No! Come on, you gotta do it.
I wanted to say Shida like her, but no, I'm not doing it.
Come on.
Do you know what? Despite what we were presented on AEW. It wasn't that bad of a show. I mean, it flowed quite well. There were things in it that I obviously did not care about, like the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Lucha Bros. I just did not care about that at all.
That was the low point for the show for me on this week. Like that to me, that was the low point. I don't know I criticized Jericho and Tay and all that, but at least that seemed like it was going somewhere. It's a story. We're doing something with that. And even RVD and Jungle was a solid match. I know I shit on Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, but it just looks painful watching them move.
Yeah, but you're. I mean, if you don't like watching older wrestlers in their like late 40s and going on 50s.
50! RVD's 52.
No, I'm talking about Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. Yeah, so you're fair in your assessment to go. I didn't want to really watch that because I'm like that with like when I see older wrestlers sometimes as well.
Yeah,
and if you're in Jamal's camp, pack them up.
Well, this would be the Jamal pack 'em up show of the week because Sting 63 involved in major segment with Swerve, Nick Wayne, Darby Allin, and all that other stuff.
They replayed Finn getting beaten up by Ricky Starks, who is like 72.
Yeah, I mean this show. If you want to accuse a wrestling show, I know how everybody criticized WCW for being old. This is an old ass wrestling show.
We didn't even have Nick Wayne to lower down the curve this week.
No, it got old. I mean, the Jericho started off. Him and Hager already doubled that age of everybody in that ring.
But I want to say, I want to give credit to Anna Jay because she has improved. She has shown signs of improvement. Yeah. But the only thing I've noticed, and I've noticed it a lot with some of the women in AEW, they lack that kind of like burst, like that burst of agility. Like all their matches just seem slow, like them just moving to the next spot rather than like it transitioning fluidly. I've noticed that more in AEW. You do see it in NXT a bit as well with the proper green ones.
Oh, and you know, I didn't actually, Manny, what was your thought on the finish of that match?
I thought it was weird. I thought it was weird. I didn't understand what happened. Like, I didn't even know her. I didn't even know that the knee she does is called the katana, and then it said a lot. And then when she hit and went for the pin, I don't know what that cool hand dude was doing. He touched Anna Jay's hand like that was supposed to wake her up or something.
Yeah, I didn't know. Was that supposed to break the pin? Even the announcers were confused. I'm like, I don't know what he was doing there.
No, I don't know what he did.
And then when it hit the 3, and I went, oh, I thought something else was gonna happen.
Nah, nothing happened, Marcus. Nothing.
So horrible finish, and just I don't feel like I just don't understand why Anna Jay is always the one to get the title shots. I'm assuming neither Rose has one booked. We go to the bracket. We go to the routine.
I don't think she needs one right now. Although I'll give it to you. Sheeta!
I need Serena Deeb to show up again though. Where's she at?
Where is she? I think she's just training them now because she can't be injured.
Don't seem like she's doing too good of a job. Anyway. Very mean. Let's go on to NXT.
Let's move over to NXT where they kick off with Action versus Mustafa Ali. Really good match to kick off NXT.
Yeah, this is high energy, jumping around, full athleticism, spots I've never seen before. Like they took the Shinsuke / who else did that spot? Someone else does the sliding German suplex spot. But
Morrison.
they
John Morrison does it.
Yeah. So they did it, and but it was in between the rope. It was in the ropes, and he slid, and I was like, oh, that was like
they were doing all kinds of shit. Like even whatever transition from a flip into sleeper hold, a rear naked choke. They tried everything in this match.
They did everything, and you know what? They didn't really miss. There weren't any really mistakes, and it was just like, oh, wow.
Yeah, they did really well. They did really well.
What a startup.
And then Mustafa Ali nearly pulled the mask off Axiom and then shoves him off the top rope and then hits the 450 for the win. Says he's next in line for the North American title. He's starting a campaign. All aboard the Mustafa Ali train.
Yes. I'm down for him politicking for a title shot. I want flyers ready. I want billboards. I want picket signs. I want it all. I want Mustafa to be on like the writer strike. A one-man writer strike.
Then we start the search for the Creed brothers. Schism have taken out useless members of the roster, sends message to the Creeds that they will find them tonight. Didn't know they were playing hide and seek, but there we go.
They weren't even here.
Yeah, there was no result, and people got beaten up for no reason.
And people were telling the truth. You know they're not coming tonight, right? They're not actually here.
Hank and Tank want to be called Smash Mouth. I'm still going to keep calling them the Wankers. Man, they get beaten up.
If they are allowed to call themselves Smash Mouth, I 100% will support this team. Especially if they come out to, hey now, you're an all-star.
I don't think they're going to pay for that. They're not going to pay for that. Even though that's going to be the cheapest song to buy for royalties because it's used everywhere.
It's used all the time. It's used all the time. And I think it's the world's cheapest song. And I think they can get away with it.
They go to the D'Angelo family because they believe they have information. The only information they have is that Tiffany Stratton is going to be starring in the next Barbie movie. Wesley and Dragon Lee are distant cousins. Ora Mensa was rejected by Chase University, but they don't know where the Creeds are. The Dyad tried to scheme a tag team title match, but before being reminded to stay on task.
Yes. I'll tell you the only way to. I wish we could. Are we gonna sum all these segments up together? Because I think we should. Yeah,
we don't have to really talk about Ivy Nile versus where is that Ivy Nile match? Ivy Nile versus Kiana James. The Schism come out during the commercial break of that match. Then surround the ring.
Tap of the ring.
Then Kiana James wins the match, and then they demand where the Creeds are before the D'Angelo family save the day.
Yeah. So all this summed up. All I want from all of this is a simple thing. It's a simple thing. The man's doing nothing. I need the Rock on the Titantron and just see him say, "You find me the Creeds." Just the Rock.
You really want to waste a Rock cameo for this bullshit?
Yes, it's so funny. It'd be so funny that this is what they waste the Rock on. All this time, people wait for the Rock to be for him to be involved in the Schism Creed Brothers storyline. You find me the Creeds. As he sip his Terramana.
I mean, if that was an interview, a spot where he could advertise Terramana, why not do it?
Yeah. You got fucked with my daughter for the last time.
Marcus,
it would be amazing. Elevates that team immediately.
Marcus, he'd have to have a chair, a swivel chair. He'd have to be wearing a cloak and robes. Yes. It has to be.
I want to be straight up from the Spectre Gadget. Like, they don't tell you.
Gadget.
I'm Julius Creed.
I'm Gadget. Gadget.
Yes.
Oh, my throat.
They're doing too many impersonations with raspy voices. You gotta wake up because, man, you gotta save that for Saturday when you gotta do your natty. I'm sorry, you gotta do your natty on Saturday.
Hey, you guys! Kalani Jordan takes on Blair Davenport. The match was pretty good, and Blair won. And then Dana Brooke decided to get a belt out.
Yeah, so Gardane lost. She keeps trying to get a heat back. Dana Brooke takes off her Gucci belt, I believe it's Gucci, and starts swinging it around to the point where she almost hits Kiana James. And I go, hey, you better be careful. Kiana James is probably...
Kalani Jordan, Kiana James.
Whatever her name is.
You're mixing up your black women.
Yeah. Oh, no!
You're part of the problem.
What? I didn't know Kiana James was a black woman until like 2 weeks ago.
Because you've known since that Black History Month.
I know, that's what I mean. 2 weeks ago.
That was March month.
I know,
let you know. Time.
And then, but I was going to say, Dana Brooke better not try to whoop a black woman on TV with a belt. Otherwise,
Otherwise, the hat is gonna get thrown in the air.
Yeah, the coach is gonna get it because the hat will be thrown, and we will swim to Florida.
Jamal said Rock needs a fight on her own.
Nah, she needs to rock.
Because you know what? For a couple of weeks, I haven't actually referred to Ava Rain by name, so I haven't had an opportunity to call her the Rock's niece. Dana Brooke is a bad mother figure. Actually, I don't think she is. I don't think she's a bad mother figure because she wants what's best for her, and if she can't, and if she wants, so Dana said that she was missing Killer Instinct, and she wants the best for her. She can't want it more than her. And then Kalani doesn't know what a killer instinct looks like. So Dana is going to show her what it should look like next week.
Hold on. I got something quick. One, I want to agree with Jamal that Dana Brooke is a bad mom. She's the bad soccer mom or pageant mom trying to push her dreams onto her daughter or latch on to somebody to save her career. Like, that's all she's doing right now with Kiana Jordan, as I get it right. And
no, Kalani Jordan.
Kalani, Jesus Christ.
You call her Kiana Jordan. You just merged two black women together.
Their names are too similar. They're both K and J. I don't know. What do you want from me?
Marcus, they're going to get put together in a tag team, aren't they? We've got a Casey Express, and now we're going to get a KJ Express.
The KJ Express. We're figuring out, is it Jordan? Where if this is when Bishop Man jumps in, no, you're known as Jordan, you're known as James. We're done. You can't have two. This is why we don't mix up names like this. They're gonna call me a racist for it now. But
well, I think Kalani is gonna keep her first name. She's gonna keep her first name, lose her last name.
Yeah, she's definitely losing that last name. We already had a Jordan, and it was Jason Jordan. So she is going to have to learn from Dana Brooke, which is always a bad sign. It's always a bad sign. Dana, don't ruin this. I believe she's 19 is last time advertised? Kalani?
Let's double check.
I think they ruled her as 19-year-old rookie or something like at one point. I know she's young. But she's going to ruin her young career by getting Dana Brooks mumbo jumbo too. If I could only get a better mentor, just find her a better mentor. Please. Nick Wayne got Darby Allin. Good.
That's good. Not a good mentor.
Don't kill. No, but Darby's like, you don't have to kill yourself, man. You don't have to be like me. Like, I don't imagine Darby saying, you do that flip, it hurt your back.
Darby Allin is on the internet showing people how he impressed Gigi Dolan by rubbing chili sauce or hot sauce up his asshole.
Yeah, you're right.
He's a bad role model.
Yeah, he is bad. He's bad. Never mind. I was trying to think of a better example.
We move on to the Heritage Cup, the bogus Heritage Cup between Noam Dar versus Tyler Bate. I don't enjoy these matches. It's basically a 2 out of 3 falls matches hidden. I just don't like it.
Come on, Manny. This match had one purpose and one purpose only.
For Noam,
and I'm going to tell you this. It's Noam secret stuff. When he was getting in, and then I realized I was going, come on, man, drink your secret stuff. Drink your secret stuff. And when he didn't want it, I don't want it. I'm losing. I'm really digging the metaphor, and I enjoyed Nathan Fraser showing up after Tyler Bate won it and being like, oh, I'm getting Spider-Man vibes, because they had the exact same look and trophy.
Yep.
I want to get into a third trophy. I want a third trophy. I want him to come up with a third one.
He has to. Man's living his best life. Look at this.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Pimps in the hood are jealous of him right now. His fucking braids. Yes, Last Legend and Jakari Miller.
Jakara Jackson keeps fucking up spots. She just keeps fucking up spots. She fucked up the entrance.
Yeah. But good life. Noam Dar, good life. A true pimp's life. I can imagine him in some hood right now, getting his hair braided, smoking a blunt, and just living his best life.
Chatting shit in
watching,
the chair.
watching TV One or BET. BET is probably the work.
Watching Baby Boy on BET.
Yes. All into it too. Turn that up. Turn this up. My favorite scene. My favorite scene. My favorite scene.
So this I've bunched this all together, but this is the most random shit ever. So Dragunov is asked about what he's going to say with Trick. He just warns Trick he better come out to the ring because otherwise he's promising pain. Melo's watching backstage and hopes Trick doesn't appear. When Dijak comes with, "Hey, you watch my match against Eddie Thorpe?" "No, motherfucker, I ain't got time to watch your match about Eddie Thorpe.
I'm the champ. I'm gonna watch you and Eddie Thorpe." But Manny, the defend Dijak. That's how I would be in the locker room after I won a match. I immediately go up to the champ and be like, "You watched my match with Eddie Thorpe? I'm the number one contender."
And he was like, "You should, because I got one man left to prove it to, and that's you." And then Wes wants to talk to Melo. Then Dijak chimes in and goes, "Wes ain't even in the title picture anymore." Wes says he ain't either, but you want to go there. Dijak says he goes wherever he wants, whenever he wants.
Yeah, what did Dijak say to Wesley? "You're not in the title picture." And for Dijak, and I would Wesley and I think this is what he said, but in the most PG form, Manny. The only PG form he can say this, but I'm going to translate what Wesley had looked at Dijak and said, "Nigga, you ain't never been in the title picture anywhere." My brother.
Well, technically he was, but Wesley beat him.
Yes.
So you've got no permission to talk in this moment.
Yeah, you haven't even been near a title since Keith Lee was in good health. Like that's the last time you heard
he got
any
the
contention.
title shot, Marcus.
Whatever.
When he fucked up his finger, when it went.
No, I'm talking world titles, Manny. I'm talking world titles. That's what they were talking about here. We're not talking about North American titles. Dijak declared himself a world contender for the NXT title. He has never been in contention of that.
Marcus, you and me are both alike. And you know damn right, if we got one win, we are claiming shot at the number.
Oh yeah, I'm going straight to come out. I know. You see my win against Jobber number to Derek Jobber. I'm going to say his name is Stan McGunna.
Did you see my win against Dante Chen? Or Guru Raj?
You see what I did to Hickman Jiro? For years you would hear about that.
So out comes Dragunov. He demands Trick to not keep him waiting and come and take responsibility for his actions. Out comes Trick. I didn't know his entrance theme was this bumping. It was banging.
Yeah.
Is this new?
This is new. This is 100% new. Because I was going to ask you, I was like, does Trick always have music? Because he's either wait in the ring or come up to Melo's music, right? Or because I don't remember ever hearing Trick's music, and then I was going, no, this is it. This is
it. Trick says he ain't backing down. Trick tells him he did not hit him with that title. He ran into it. He challenged him to a match to prove to people he is capable of, what he is capable of, and prove that Trick Willie is no side piece.
Yes.
Dragunov asks him. Dragunov basically went, "Are you sure?" Not only will I break you, your career will die.
Yes. Are you ready for death, Trick? So this is the match that I hope that turns Trick Willie into a man, Manny. I mean that where everybody will start looking at Trick just a little different. Because Dragunov, as I stated yesterday in our under 30 class, extremely underrated. And one of the top wrestlers in the world, doesn't have a bad match with anybody. And I feel like this is not going to be any different. I think he's going to really work with Trick. And it's going to be Trick Williams, obviously, is probably his best match.
Trick Williams leaves the building. Wesley drives off in his car and warns him, "You better warn your boy he's next."
I'm going to say to him. Why don't you tell him? I told you I'm not his sidekick. Where your boy? Where your boy? Wesley's coming. Hey, taking the L with him. I think Sean has no control over the black locker room anymore. I think that's what's going on.
I'm just saying, Marcus, these light-skinned brothers are getting too much.
Let me tell you what's going on, Manny. The black people in NXT have lost their damn mind completely. And I'm talking about all of them. I'm throwing Noam Dar with it too. Noam Dar has admitted a title.
I'm gonna elaborate on what you just said. Because what we learned last week, they are going out their mind. You know why, Marcus? Because we've learned that there's segregation in NXT because there's a black locker room and then a white locker room.
If they only had the AEW tunnels, there would be the black tunnel. And Manny, the question will be then at that point, which tunnel is Noam Dar coming out of? And everybody,
the middle is Cody tunnel.
They never actually
the Cody
show
platform. He comes from underneath.
From the Underground Railroads, Noam Dar. But yeah, Wesley trick. He's driving off, and then
Gulak, Dempsey, and Kemp.
Yeah, talking about you need training. We can help you up. It was like I don't need it from you guys, and just so much random shit. That parking lot looked like it was about to be a riot going on.
Damon Kemp wants to join Gulak and Dempsey because they are looking the tough dudes, as Hank and Tank are soft. Then Briggs and Jensen make their NXT return. The match happened, Marcus. I don't. There's not much from it other than Damon Kemp hits a beautiful T-bone suplex on the outside to assist with the win.
Yeah. What basically happened in this match is that Brooks and Jensen returned after being away for a long time, actually. Like, they were on the show every week.
Did you care? Did you care?
I didn't realize they weren't on the show. I didn't realize they weren't on the show until they were on the show again. I hope everything's right with the bar.
No, Gallus ain't even going there anymore.
Yeah. I think Gallus thought they lost the Gallus business. Briggs looked like he lost a lot of weight.
Still can't hit that kick.
Yeah, he can't hit the kick. He can't hit any of his moves. He don't connect with anything. He looked like he lost a lot of weight and aged by 10 years.
Which you would think it would be the reverse effect when people lose a lot of weight. You just look like you've refound the fountain of youth. Oh, we've lost Marcus again. I will finish off this report. Rey Mysterio tells Roxanne that was a statement victory, and then talks to Thea Hale, who is starstruck, and then gives her a pep talk. He tells her be patient and believe in herself, and she asks him if he still loves Dom. Regardless of what Dom does, he still loves him. Andre Chase goes to Thea, that's the Rey Mysterio. And then she reminds him that even Rey Mysterio wouldn't have thrown in that towel.
Yes. That would have hit at the time. As I was suspended animation. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. It's just cut off. I'm just connected to my phone. I'm going to use the phone for the duration of the show. Hopefully it works. Yeah. When she hit him with that, I thought that was the third best jab of the week. As MJF wins with the story of Adam Cole. But this one was, Rey Mysterio went through it that time. Oh, fuck. Still salty about that. She carries that time.
We get Bron Breakker versus Von Wagner. Von Wagner is now wearing a shirt of "You're gonna get tabled," which I think sounds stupid.
Can we, for the record, eliminate Von Wagner out the conference? He needs to go. There's nothing that's working for him. The get table shirt was the final draw for me.
The problem is the NXT crowd now are behind him.
They just like tables. I hate people that like tables.
Breaker wins with the spear. Bron tries to press slam Robert Stone. Von hits a knee and then puts him through a announce table.
Yeah, Breaker didn't deserve this. Going to the table. My favorite thing about the table break, though, and I'm going to tell you this every NXT table break, is seeing Big Joseph Candy go up in the air. To me,
Why is it so much? Like, how much is he eating in that show?
I'm assuming every commercial break he just goes num 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 num.
Look at it.
It must
There's
be
so much of it. Like, there's a whole tray. That tray's huge.
It's just Starburst and High Chews and looks just a bunch of fruity candy and like I'm assuming he uses that as like his energy drink to keep him going instead of drinking like a Red Bull or something like that. I don't know. It's too much. It's too much. But I enjoy seeing it go up in flames.
Marcus, DJ Tatanka is now walking around the forest, looking for shooting out his Patronus. And his mad that Dijak has made him fall short in 2 weeks. I don't understand what is the point of Eddie Thorpe now. Yeah, he is living incarnation of Tatanka now. He's gone to the forest, he's looking for spirits.
So did he quit? I don't understand what happened in this segment. Did he quit? Is he gonna quit his like being the DJ?
Maybe he's leaving his heritage behind and becoming a real DJ.
I feel like that was gonna be the opposite of what was going on here. I'm gonna leave the DJ behind. But and then we got this back.
Yeah. Then Rhea tells Dom to focus on the real plan because they want to take over the world. And then Lyra Valkyria comes and tells her she has done exactly what she asked and beat JC Jane. And she says, I know what she's doing, manipulating people to use them. And every chance she gets to help Don retain that title. Rhea says Dom doesn't need her help. She tells Rhea to practice what she preaches. And then looking at Dom, or will Mami have to come and rescue you again?
Which prompted to, she challenged Rhea not to go ringside. Rhea just came out.
Then we get Dirty Dom versus Dragon Lee. The match was good. If you've noticed, Dominic Mysterio is just getting an education whilst being NXT.
Yeah, not only NXT, but working with all the talent he's working with, whether it's with matches teaming with Finn or working with Rollins and Seth, and all the stuff, Cody, stuff like that. He's really working with some of the top tier talent, and he's improving in the ring. He's improving. It's a different animal. Like Jamal said, though, he need to get beefy. He need to have some muscle. He need to have some tone. Because when you look at Judgment Day, you got Finn, Rockhard, Damian Priest in the best shape of his life. Rhea Ripley is a fucking monster of a person. And then you got Dom, who's a bit doughy.
Rhea hits Dragon Lee with the title, and then Dom wins with a Michinoku driver. Rhea shoves Ray around and then gets knocked out by Lyra Valkyria, and she got the fuck out of the ring after that kick.
Rhea probably looked to herself, this bitch gonna make me wrestle. She gonna make me have a match. She's gonna make me put my title on the line. I hate her.
It's not fair because Rhea's gonna have to face the jacked up version of Lyra Valkyria on the main roster at some point too.
Yeah. So, I'm assuming on this week's NXT, maybe on Raw, they're gonna announce that it's gonna be Lyra Valkyria versus, or at Heat Wave. I'm assuming it's gonna be Rhea versus Lyra for the world title. I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen.
And then you'll get Raquel versus Rhea at Payback, I reckon, for the title.
Yeah. Or would you save that for a bigger pay-per-view instead of Payback?
Nah. I mean, they're disrespecting that title already. Like, like you've got on one hand you've got Seth who's been defending it like nonstop. Rhea done nothing with that title.
He stopped defending it, man.
He's cooled it down, but like Rhea has really done nothing with that title outside of like 2 defenses against Natty, and I don't know if that was a title match against Lyra before already.
No, I don't think so.
There hasn't really been anything she's done with that title. Like that title, like it is the Raw title, but they've given it a new name, so technically it's a new title in my eyes.
World title. It's the women's world title, I believe.
Yeah, so it's a new title in my eyes, and they haven't added any prestige to it.
Well, it's the slight on women's wrestling that's been going on in both companies. It's like, that's it. That's basically what's going on. And Io by cashing in on Asuka and Bianca, whoever the hell she did. it's already have a better title and has more defenses than Rhea already, and it's only been 1 minute.
Yeah,
that's the way it's been.
But NXT was a bit all over the place for me, but like it still worked. It still worked.
Yeah, it is the scattered show that I expected to be. The show's ridiculous enough. The Dyad had no resolution whatsoever, but they beat up everybody in that arena. They gotta start barring people.
So yeah, you referenced that I was timing the women's stuff. I forgot to mention it on Tuesday's show. Raw of 3 hours, which you technically got more TV time because they went commercial free in the first hour of Raw. So technically, it was more than the 2 hours and a bit.
Yeah,
you would normally get each week without the commercials because Raw doesn't go to picture in picture.
Yeah.
Raw did. So if you just call it a 3-hour show, Raw got 24 minutes of women participation.
There we go. That's not good at all.
That's that on average is quite bad considering
all the hours
like,
program. Yeah.
All the hours.
Horrible.
NXT, do you think higher or lower?
Well, it's a 2-hour show. I got to be lower, but it is a 2-hour show.
So if you were looking at statistics wise, NXT would fare off better because of it being 2 hours. But NXT comes in with 23 minutes and 23 minutes and 20 seconds.
That's good.
But that was mostly helped by Ivy Now and Kiana James going into picture in picture.
Ooh, yep. You're right.
So that number was bumped up because of that. Then we get to AEW. If you were to factor out the segments we had mentioned, AEW would be less than this number.
Oh, no.
So AEW in total, which was only really the women's main event, and I've included Anna Jay and Tay Conti talking to Chris Jericho as to bump up the number.
Are we adding the little girl for the trampoline as well, Manny?
No. That's grown men bullying children. You got 14 minutes and 42 seconds.
Oof. Harsh.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
No. The clock. Manny, the showing us a clock. You actually use a real clock. Does not prove that your times are right.
Yeah, but in theory, what we 3 hours of Raw.
Yep.
Plus the 4 hours is 7 hours of TV.
Yeah. We haven't
got 7 hours
yet.
of TV. You got about just over 1 hour of women's wrestling or women's featured.
Ooh. And that's just featured, and not if you just only did match time. Ooh, that'd be even harsher.
If you did match times, it'd be way worse. I'm being generous with what I'm doing.
You're adding shit.
That like the NXT also includes
I feel like NXT did. Yeah. NXT feels like they scattered women more in their show. And I know the Kalani Jordan and all that, and the main event with Lyra and all that. It seems like it's more scattered in the show. Like, for me, it feels more natural. Like, this is just a part of the show. Like, they have women segments. Raw's bad.
Yeah, Raw's bad, but Raw's bad, but then
is bad
you also
too.
look at how injured is the Raw roster. Because they just lost a lot of women through injury.
They lost Sonya.
Yeah, which means what do you do with Chelsea now?
You put her with Nia Jax. If you're bringing Nia Jax back, I am putting them together. I feel that would be hilarious. Chelsea with Nia as a machine, as her diesel, to do all the work, and Chelsea takes all the credit.
Wouldn't it be funny if you brought in Nia as a sub? You just bring Nia as a sub. You don't have a forfeit the title. Just bring in Nia for the sub.
That's what I want. Because I don't want to see Chelsea Green lose that title. That title is cursed. But if you're going to curse anybody, let's curse Nia Jax.
I think Nia, it sounds horrible. I think Nia Jax is due an ACL injury if she comes back.
Damn.
Like you think how big she was. No, think how big she was. Mm-hmm. And then look at her now. If you go to her Instagram and look at a picture of her now where she's lost so much weight. If she was to go in a ring and then move as if she was moving as she previous Naya, her body not built. Her body would have changed and would not be built for that. And then I think an injury is she's more susceptible to injury.
Maybe she changed her style up, man. She's been working with the Charlotte Flair, and where Charlotte, I guess, has been spending all her time since.
No, but it's just in general. Like I think when people lose a lot of weight, they have to be very careful and get used to their new body. Because that makes them more susceptible to injury.
Because they're throwing that weight around.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what? Yep. So we should see. We shall see what happens with this scenario. But more time for women's wrestling.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to get any better with SmackDown.
Oh, no. I mean, we're going to get Shotzi and Bailey running around with clippers, I'm sure.
You got the EO celebration.
EO celebration.
But Shotzi is going to be shot into that segment. So you can do that all in one.
You have EO. Who's her next opponent? Is it going to be Asuka or Charlotte or Bianca going to come out and be like or something? So I don't know. I think it's going to all be shoehorned to that one segment probably.
Yeah,
and it's going to be a mess.
The Grayson Waller effect or something like that.
We just booked SmackDown, didn't we? Damn it. So we got that 10 minutes of the Jimmy, and then we got video packages of SummerSlam. That's another 10 minutes of show, and then Cameron Grimes versus JBL or something. I don't know.
Versus JBL, but they drag out JBL for no reason.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell else is on that show. I'm sure Theory's going to show up, and maybe LA Knight cuts a promo on The Miz or something. Who knows?
The most overrated guy in wrestling.
The most loved guy in all wrestling. The LA Knight chant doing MJF apparently. That's what threw him off for that 1 second. Is when people start going, yeah, and then chanting for LA Knight. And that's why he looked at the camera and was like, what the fuck? They shook MJF for half a segment or half a second. It's going like, what the fuck? Don't ruin my show with LA Knight.
So yeah, that's today's show. We'll be back on Saturday for the Sharpshooters Wrestling podcast.
You know, I flipped for a second. I was like, another collision watch along, Manny? Are you crazy?
No.
But yeah, Sharpshooters, we're gonna do that and recap everything that happened this week. Spoiler alert: Eric enjoyed Dynamite this week.
Has he watched Raw?
Yeah, he watched Raw too. He's and he took.
Well, he's actually working. He's doing his job.
I'm assuming he's not booked for the weekend, and then he has weekend bookings. When you look at Eric's calendar, it's like, what are you doing? What? You doing that? You doing that? Oh, okay. So I don't think he's booked this week or boggled down. Now that Tory Lanez has got 10 years in jail, he's free. He has nothing to do with that, by the
way. That we know of.
No, not we know of. He just know of it and the people that are all involved. I was like, damn.
I mean, his lawyers have told him not to speak on the matter.
I'm going to say Tory Lanez is going to do under the 10 years, and he's only going to do about 2 years.
Nah, I got 2 years. Killed in there. You're going to get killed in there.
They're not going to kill Tory Lanez. What'd you do to Megan? I've been masturbating to Megan in jail for years. You ruined my favorite feature, and that was her feet.
Oh.
Yeah, prison's scary.
Oh. On that note, I think we should end it there. I've been Lord Manny Hayes. He's been
Marcus the Grand Finale.
And this has been the Kings of the Road podcast or the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. We out. Peace. Oops.
That's the guy that's going to get Tory Lanez in prison. That's the guy. dressed just like that.
Marcus, you know how Jamal was talking about was it Leon Ruff yesterday, or was he talking about Leo Rush?
Leo Rush.
This is Leon Rush grown up.
Dad, like, I used to wrestle. I used to professional wrestling. Shut up, Dad. You see that picture of Ahmed Johnson? Ooh.
I did, Marcus, but that looks like just anybody. If you told me that person, if someone put that as their profile picture, I would believe that's someone in the mid-card mess.
That's someone's dad.
That's not the Intercontinental Champion. That's Tyrone from the mid-card mess.
Yeah, he ain't doing it. That man don't have a Paul River plunge.
That man doesn't run out with 2x4s and angry chasing Farouk.
You know what convinced him, Eddie? The guy pulled out his red underwear and was like, "It is me, Ahmed Johnson." Oh, that's the underwear that goes up his ass every match. All right, we wrap the show up already. This is post-show randomness. They don't get this for free. Pay for our Patreon for this.
Bye.